Welcome to the Fail Forward podcast. The purpose of this podcast is change the negative stigma around failure into a positive. Failure is only a negative if we do not learn from it and we give up. Welcome back to the Fail Forward podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to help people overcome the fear of failure so they can live their goals and dreams. Today, we're going to talk about what I call the millionaire in training. What that means, it's what I tell myself every day. I'm a millionaire in training. If I go and try something and it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter because that's a learning point and I can keep improving. So what I'm talking about specifically is now I'm doing this podcast, for example, and this is a great one to talk about. So I started this sort of 9 months ago on my birthday, April the 12th. And I knew that if I just go and start doing it and trying it, that I will learn and evolve. And hopefully you guys are listening to this thinking, yeah, this guy is starting to get smoother and maybe less ums and ahs and things like that within his content that he's producing. That I know that every episode that I do, if I can improve by 1%, then it's going to keep improving. It's like also when I'm doing my keynote talking, when I'm doing my training up at Progressive Property, that I'm always getting feedback from Kevin and Caroline, which is absolutely priceless, who are the lead trainers. But I always think that if I was to go up on that stage and get it all wrong, then that's just another learning point. And every step, every time I do a podcast episode, every time I turn up at my business, every time I turn up at this podcast, I am 1% closer to improving myself to get to mastery level. And I think that's what we're always doing. And it's easy to get frustrated when things don't go quite right. But actually, if we can see everything as a learning point, everything as an experience point, and we're one step closer to that millionaire that we want to get to, or that billionaire, or even if it's just, 100 grand or a certain point of our life, like I call myself a millionaire in training because I'm not quite there. I'm getting there, but I'm putting one foot in front of the other every single day, and everything I'm doing is leading me to that point that I want to get to. I'm always one step closer because I use what I'm learning, the experience I'm having as that. So if you're trying to do something, Rob Moore says it all the time, start now, get perfect later. Don't try and get perfect and then start. Start because by starting, then you'll get the experience, you'll get off the ground and you can learn along the way. And that's why I always call it millionaire in training. Don't worry about the things that go wrong. Don't worry if you say something wrong, because all you're doing is you're just improving yourself 1% every time. And we've talked about it before, but you get the compound effect. If you can compound all of your learnings day in, day out, then you're always going to be improving. You're always going to be in a position where you're pushing on, being able to look back at the feedback you get, look back at the different scenarios. Like I write a gratitude list, and on top of the gratitude list, what's gone right and what's gone wrong. So I can always be looking at what can I learn from this? Why didn't that go right? Do I need to prepare more? Do I need to think of more content? Do I need to take some more training? Do I need to get some more accountability? Do I need to seek advice from one of my peers or one of my mentors? What do I need to do? Because I believe that we are always sort of trying to improve ourselves all the time. Like the only person that you need to compare yourself is the version of you yesterday. And that you shouldn't be comparing yourself to other people because everyone's at different places in their journey. But if you can compare yourself to who you were yesterday and that's improved by 1%, then you're always growing, because if you're not growing, you're rotting. And that's the whole point of self-development and moving on and pushing forward. Just think you're a millionaire in training, or think you're a billionaire in training if that's what you want to be doing. And take all those experiences, learn from them, absorb them, and keep on trying to improve, because that is the best way that we can succeed. So have a think about that. Start writing a list of different things that you can improve on and do differently, and start getting out your comfort zone. You know how I feel about that. Your comfort zone's your danger zone. Get out of that comfort zone, go and do something that makes you feel uncomfortable, and I guarantee it will definitely help you tenfold. Thanks all for listening today. Nice short episode. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, like, and share in as many places as possible. Thanks all for listening.